Well, here we are, back again to break Madden 19, once again with this College Football mod for Madden 19 on the PC. The closest thing we've gotten to a college football game since NCAA Football 2014, over 6 years ago. Today, with this mod and with the updated rosters, we're going to see who Madden thinks out of the 32 best college football teams would win the college football playoff. Now, once again, if you guys are confused what this is a mod for Madden 19 on the PC. It's a mod that's been in the works for almost a year now. And the game is modded to where we now have 32 fully functioning college football teams, replacing all 32 NFL teams. Now, what we are going to do is jump into a franchise. We're going to sim 2 separate franchises today and see who ends up winning the Heisman, the national championship, so on and so forth. Now, I do like to put a disclaimer out there before we do anything involving franchise. Franchise is the only thing really bugged in this mod, as you guys will see in just a second. As you guys see, it says like Tennessee Titans instead of West Virginia, but it's still West Virginia. When you play an exhibition match, it's not glitched like this. It actually says like Florida Gators instead of Cleveland Brown, but it's still, you know what team's which. That's all that matters at the end of the day. So for this first simulation, what team are we gonna pick? We are going to pick Stanford. I mean, it really doesn't mean anything. Look at him. Stanford's beautiful coach in that Cardinal shirt. The Cardinal merchandise. And once again, the rosters are completely accurate for what would have been NCAA Football 19. So it's basically like last year's rosters. So like Kyler Murray, Quinn Williams, and etc. are still in the game. But like I said, it's like NCAA Football 19 rosters. But with that said, for this first simulation, we're going to go ahead and sim to the Super Bowl and see what the heck happens in Madden 19 when you have 32 of the best college football teams within the NFL. Look at the background when you're simulating, dude. It's so freaking sick. Makes me miss actual NCAA football so much. Once again, dude, I hope they come out there with the next couple of years. What the heck, dude? So that's interesting. So in the first ever simulation with 32 college football teams in Madden, technically the national championship is between Oklahoma and Mississippi State. Now, where did things go wrong here? So in our division, it was Ole Miss, Michigan, Boise State, and we went 4-12, so that's not optimal, you know, when you're trying to win the Super Bowl. So Oregon and Oklahoma had the best 2 records at 12-4 in college football. Mississippi State went 11-5, Georgia 10-5, Clemson 10-6, TCU 10-6, Houston 9-7, Ole Miss 9-7, Alabama 9-7, South Carolina 9-7. You see some of the rest of the records. Anybody really surprising? UCF, okay, they went 8-8 against 32 of the best college football teams. Florida 8-8, Boise State went 7-9, Auburn 7-9, LSU 7-9. The worst record, Ohio State at 6-10. We have, of course, we are the worst freaking team in the league. Florida State with 5-11 too, USC 5-11. So that's a little wild. We go into these statistics. See who won the Heisman. Kyler Murray wins the Heisman Trophy. So pretty much simulated just like it happened in real life. Justin Herbert in 2nd, Jordan Ta'amu of Ole Miss in 3rd, Nick Fitzgerald of Mississippi State in 4th, Will Grier in 5th, Trevor Lawrence in 7th, Tua Tagovailoa at 8th, Brett Rippon in 9th, Jake Fromm in 10th. Check out some of the other statistics across all of college football. Now, Jordan Ta'amu, 4,700 yards in terms of touchdowns. Justin Herbert threw 41. Rushing, who led the NFL, looks like Jordan Scarlett of Florida with 1,200 yards. Now, touchdown-wise, Eris Williams of Mississippi State and Joshua Kelly both with 12. DeMarcus Lodge of Ole Miss with 1,200. Jerry Jeudy from Alabama with 1,200 as well. Who led the NFL in touchdown receptions? Jalen Reed, big ol' 5'8", 178 pounds with 15 touchdowns. Kerry Godwin with 14 and Darrell Stewart Jr. with 13. Defensively, John Houston Jr., 136 tackles. Raekwon Williams and Gabe Reed both had 16 sacks. Ezekiel Rose and Quinn Williams with 15.5. There's so many freaking defensive players with over 10 sacks. And we had Thomas Graham Jr. lead the league with 6 interceptions. Now in the first ever extended college football playoff, you had Ole Miss beat West Virginia 28-26. Alabama lost to Georgia 38-17. You had TCU beat Virginia Tech 17-14, and you had Michigan State beat Miami 24-17. Then in the Elite Eight, you had Oklahoma beat TCU 28-14. You had Oregon beat Michigan State 27-21. You had Ole Miss destroy Clemson 38-23. And Mississippi State beat Georgia 28-21. And then the semifinals had Oklahoma beat Ole Miss. You had Mississippi State beat Oregon. And now we had the national championship between Oklahoma and Mississippi State. As we advance into the next week, your first ever national champion in Madden is the Mississippi State 38-28. So that's insane. Goddamn Mississippi State, one of the lowest overall teams in this game, win the national championship. Let's see if they can do the same thing in the second and final sim. Chose Iowa for the second one. Why? Because why not Iowa? Look at their head coach, Kirk Ferentz. That's definitely, and I mean definitely, not Andy Reid at all. Now with that said, time to sim to the Super Bowl for the second and final simulation. To see if Mississippi State can do the dang thing one more time. So in sim number 2, it's not poor Andy Reid in the national championship. It's Oklahoma and Michigan State. Oklahoma for the second time. See if they can win it this time around though. As you see here, Iowa, we went 6-10 in our division. Houston won, went 12-4. TCU went 8-8. Iowa, we went 6-10. So did Clemson. So Houston tops the division, and Clemson comes in dead last. Look across the rest of the NFL. What's up with Mississippi State, dude? They went 14-2. Oklahoma also went 14-2. Georgia 13-3. Houston 12-4. Ole Miss 11-5. Michigan State 11-5. Alabama 10-6. See if there's any shockers at the very bottom down here. USC 7-9. Ohio State's not doing good in these simulations for some reason, although I think Dwayne Haskins is a 93 overall. UCF went 6-9-1. You had West Virginia 6-10. LSU's not doing good either. I can't believe Clemson way down there at 6-10. Tennessee didn't do good, and the worst record goes to the Michigan Wolverines at 3-13. Now in this second simulation, let's see who won the Heisman Trophy. That goes to Jordan Ta'amu of Ole Miss. Kyler came in second. Derek King from Houston in third. Nick Fitzgerald in fourth. Tua in fifth. Jake Fromm sixth. Trace McSorley 7. Jordan Ta'amu with almost 5,000 yards, 39 touchdowns. You had Jake Fromm lead the league with 45 touchdown passes. Aris Williams again having a huge year, 16 rushing touchdowns, 1,100 yards. And receiving wise, you had Mac Hippenhammer, what a name, lead the league in receptions. And Andre Bacelia led the league in receiving yards. Receiving touchdowns, Terry Godwin again. Defensively, Dylan Tonkery, 144 tackles, and DeAndre Walker with 20.5 sacks, and AJ Epineza with 18.5 sacks. So many freaking sacks, dude, in this simulation. But now it's time to see if Oklahoma can grab a dub, and this time around what we are going to do is jump into this national championship and simulate it that way. It even has the Oklahoma alternate Rough Rider jersey. But how the heck does this national championship intro look like? Oklahoma, Michigan State. I mean, if I was a betting man, I'd obviously have to say Oklahoma. That's who I think's gonna win this. I'm pretty sure we know who MMG wants to grab this dub. I have to see though if Kyler Murray can win a national championship with Oklahoma before he sets sails for the NFL. Here they are, the Michigan State Spartans storming the field for the first ever Super Bowl in college football. Time to see who grabs this W. Simulate to the end of the game. Oklahoma takes a 7-0 lead. Now 14-3. That happened in a heartbeat. Now a 14-10 game. 17-14. Michigan State takes a lead. They have a 10-point lead now heading into the fourth quarter. Now 21-24. Oh, it's gonna be close, dude. Michigan State grabs the W over Kyler Murray in Oklahoma. We all know that Mr. MMG is going to be happy with this result. It's going to be crazy, dude, to see college football players hold up the Lombardi Trophy. But I found this to be super interesting, dudes, and hopefully you guys did enjoy this, I don't even know what to call this, Madden 19 college football experiment. That's wild. But this is awesome. This mod is awesome. Oklahoma with the Super Bowl patch on. But if you guys did enjoy and do want to see more videos on this college football mod, let me know by smashing that like button. If you guys missed earlier today, I did start an NCAA 19 mini-series, Road to Glory, on the channel with the NCAA mod. And we'll leave a link in the description box below to episode number 1. And also, I am planning on doing a Dynasty series on this mod as well. And I will leave a link in the description box below to the straw poll so you can vote on what team you want me to start that Dynasty with. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more content on this college football mod. But with that said, I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. God bless. And peace.